You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, I can't believe it. I guess hell froze over, but I'm doing my first Patriots video on this channel since that nightmarish news conference in which JEROD Mayo was unveiled as the head coach. For full disclosure, I didn't think it was a bad idea to give JEROD the job, although I do feel like it is a little bit of ownership malpractice to have not interviewed any other candidates, especially in a hiring cycle that features Jim Harbaugh and Mike Vrabel as other candidates. I mean, I just feel like you owe it to your city, the franchise, to have interviewed those guys, talked to them, and seen, hey, are we absolutely sure we got the right candidate? So, believe it or not, there are a couple of members of Boston media. One of the guys I follow really closely. The other guy I do follow over at NBC Sports Boston, Tommy Kernan, Mike Felger. Well, they've come out and they're pretty critical. Why? Because it seems like the Patriots have no idea what direction they're going in. There's no word about offense, really offensive coordinators. I mean, media, they're throwing names out. Is it Cliff Kingsbury, Zach Robinson? Is Josh McDaniels coming back? Nobody knows anything. Shane Waldron. But these names are not actually coming from the franchise, from the actual football franchise. So JEROD Mayo, of course, said this during his press conference, and I've done a couple of videos over on the bigger channel about it.
I do see color because I believe if you don't see color, you can't see racism. And whatever happens, black, white, disabled person, I've always, even someone with disabilities, I always, for the most part, people are like, when they're young, they kind of make the spot hot. Younger people know what that means. But what I would say is, no, I want you to be able to go up to those people and really understand those people. So it goes back to whatever it is, black, white, yellow, it really doesn't matter, but it does matter so we can try to fix the problem.
Okay, so my biggest problem, outside of the fact that that's a racist and an idiot statement, and it's not really the kind of thing I get into on this channel as much as I would and have over on the bigger channel. The thing that was so concerning is, why are you not talking about plans and football and direction of franchise on the field and off the field? All right, there's a lot of things going on, and it's pretty clear. Even Boston media is fed up with this crap. I got to give Tommy Kernan a lot of credit because he did not hold back on JEROD Mayo, on the New England Patriots. They've got no offensive coordinator. It looks like they're not going to hire a GM. And if they do some kind of tandem thing with Matt Grohl and Elliott Wolf, they're not even talking about, I guess, announcing that officially, or they don't even know what they're going to do. This is such an important draft. Are you taking a quarterback? Are you not? JEROD Mayo kind of insinuated they would take somebody that's very important in position. Great, but who's taking them? Is there a general manager around? What offensive coordinator are you bringing in? And what kind of quarterback does he want? It seems all of a sudden, in much the same way that you get the feeling about Arizona, sometimes about the Jets, about the Browns sometimes, these franchises that are sort of directionless, that's kind of where it feels like the Patriots are steamrolling towards. It's crazy.
So wait a minute. You're not concerned that as they sit here right now, they don't know whether they want to do a zone blocking scheme or a power blocking scheme up front, whether they want to run the Shanahan offense or the Reed offense or stick with that. Doesn't concern you that they don't have an idea yet?
It does. I want to see a parade of candidates marching through the doors and making pitches. I don't want to hear any more about knocking down walls and breaking down silos and how important titles are to anyone. No one cares. They're watching the show because they like the football. They're showing up at the stadium because they like the football. I want them to get
That's a pretty clear statement from Tommy Kernan. I don't want to hear about knocking down silos and knocking down walls. People tune in and people are interested in everything the Patriots got going on because of football. And look, he makes a very good point. What kind of offense do you want to run? It's always a bad sign, and I can tell you this from doing a lot. We cover entertainment over on the Matrix and Road Show channel, but a lot has gone on with different franchises, particularly ones Disney owns. And they're never they do not care about the actual product anymore. The actual story behind these characters and all that. They care about carrying out certain priorities and narratives, all right, that have nothing to do with your actual product. And the product we're talking about here is football. And, I mean, there's some rumors going around a little bit about offensive coordinator. But you got so many names out there right now, good ones, by the way, that it's kind of eyebrow-raising that we're getting a name like this. ESPN's Adam Schefter reported on Sunday that Patriots are set to interview Los Angeles Rams tight ends coach Nick Caley for their offensive coordinator position. Isn't Zach Robinson on that staff? ESPN's Mike Reese noted so far Mayo's initial assistant coaching interviews have been more on defense and special teams. Oh, boy. I mean, the offense is a train wreck, and you've got a number 3 pick in the draft. A number 3 pick in the draft. Schefter added the Patriots are already familiar with Caley after he worked on their coaching staff from 2015 to 2022. Caley drew interest from teams with offensive coordinator openings last offseason as well, so he appears to be the next up in the Sean McVay coaching tree. And he goes on to talk about all the special teams and defensive positions that Mayo's interviewing for. And I get it, you got to do that. But it's going to be a tragedy if the Patriots don't. What are you doing? The offense on this team is what got Belichick fired. And let's be real, Belichick was forced out. And it was because they couldn't get the offense right. And the priority coming in is to run your mouth about social justice crap and not tell us what the actual plan is on the offensive side of the ball that is a dumpster fire. I mean, look, there's even rumor Mac Jones might come back. Wait, what? Why would you do that? Even if Mac Jones goes on and becomes a starting quarterback somewhere and plays well, why would you go back down this road with Mac? You know, it's crazy to me. And why do you have to interview somebody that's always got connective tissue to the organization? And I get it. I mean, it makes sense. I would interview this guy too. But you should be staring at a list of guys right now. And it is mainly crickets chirping. Nobody has any idea what kind of offense they want to run, what kind of scheme they want to go with. Not only that, but if you don't have a general manager, an actual general manager, which they're saying they may not even hire, guys, Patriots fans, and we're seeing this. They put that Robin Glazer in a position right next to the coach, and she's into all these things that, technically speaking, have nothing to do with actual football on the field. This if I'm one of these, if I'm a fan of the Patriots and I witnessed all the success, I'm sitting back going, are we about to re-embark onto the dark times of this franchise when you couldn't get a playoff victory? And I'm sorry, but when you're hiring people, and I've got to question what Robert Kraft's objectives are when hiring somebody like Jerod Mayo, is it winning football games? Because it seems like you promoted a guy that you just promised the job already. Well, you promised him the job when there were other head coaches that weren't available. I'm shocked they did not hire Mike Vrabel. I really am. I don't care if you did promise Jerod Mayo the job. Business is business. If it's written into his contract, then buy it out. I mean, there's no other way I'm going to look at this. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. And you heard Tommy Kernan, we don't want to hear your virtues. I mean, I did not expect that because most of Boston media has been talking up and celebrating Jerod Mayo as brave, stunning, and courageous. And Tommy Kernan said, look, stick to football. We care about football. What is your plan? I mean, you got Jaden Daniels, you got Marvin Harrison Jr., you got Joe Alt. Shouldn't getting an offensive coordinator and a general manager be the top two biggest priorities? Because what happens if the offensive coordinator doesn't want to draft Jaden Daniels? He wants a different quarterback for his system. That seems pretty important. Not only that, but the longer you drag your feet, you're going to lose out on guys. What if you want to draft Cliff Kingsbury? Cliff Kingsbury and Jaden Daniels might be a match made in heaven. Have you heard a single word about Cliff Kingsbury and the Patriots? Because I really haven't. It's Raiders and it's Bears now. Wow. Tell me what you think, Black and White Sports supporters. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.